Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I have so much to say about this book. Okay, so this is book 3 in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And for those who don't know, I am not a fantasy or romantasy reader. This series is the very first in this genre, even like in the fantasy genre, that I've ever even thought about reading. I'd say the first book was just okay, and if there wasn't so much hype around the entire series, I probably wouldn't have read book 2 and now book 3. Book 2 was better, but book 3, this one, I really liked it. I feel like that's a bit of an unpopular opinion because most people like book 2 the best. I think book 2 really built the love story. Book 3 just had more oomph to it, you know what I mean? So it starts out as a little bit of a prequel, and you get to know a little bit more about like life before the First War and before the Wall, and you get to know a little bit more about Rhysand's past. In fact, there's a couple of chapters in this book that are told from Rhysand's point of view. Most of it is Farah's point of view, she's the main character, but there's a couple of Rhysand, and I liked that. I wish there was more of that. We also get to learn quite a bit more about Lucien in this book, which I was very happy with because in book 1 and book 2, I kept wanting to know more about him. He seems like such an interesting character, like he has so much potential. So I was pleasantly surprised that we learned so much about Lucien. I don't like the fact that he disappeared for like the second half of the book and then kind of just like popped up at the end. I want to know more about him. So I'm wondering if he's more like in the other books. I also am not like a war type person, like book reader, movie watcher. I don't like things about war typically, but something about this like fantasy made up war really like, I don't know, it kept my interest. I liked it. And that's essentially what this book is mostly about. It's basically like planning for this war, prepping for the war, talking about the war. But after finishing it, I'm left with 4 main thoughts. The first one is, spoilers here by the way, what exactly is the cauldron? Like, is it a physical cauldron or is it like this idea of something? Furthermore, what happened to the cauldron? I couldn't quite get that at the very end when they were talking about it like exploding or whatever. I need more about this cauldron. My second big thought is about the Weaver. I'm thinking about if there was like a movie or a TV show about this, what would the Weaver look like? What exactly is the Weaver? What kind of creature or animal? Like I need a visual. What is the Weaver? I need to know more about the Weaver. The third thing is the names. The names still really tripped me up, especially towards the end of the book when all of the High Lords and all the characters kind of got together and they were bouncing back and forth between a whole bunch of different conversations. I'm like, who are these people? I need a quick reference guide. And the last thing I already shared with you guys, but I need to know more about Lucien. I love his character. If this trend continues and this series keeps getting better and better, I can't imagine how good book 4 is going to be. I'm so excited for it.